everyone, this is June because I was born in June. Welcome to my Amazing Life 66. So today we are going to dive in these questions. It's called, how much is it? Okay, why I wanted to do this video today is because I've been receiving like 2 to 3 messengers. My friends, actually internet friends, Facebook friends, right, told me that they always stuck and then their client always ghosts them, meaning just don't reply them after they tell them how much is it. Like when your potential client or your prospect asks you this question, so if let's say they run away, they are probably, this is the video that you should watch. So before I dive into how you should actually counter the how much is it, first concept I want you to learn is that, firstly, no one is ever gonna to be able to afford whatever you're offering, no matter how much is it. So it doesn't matter, like let's say this phone that I have, the iPhone I have, I can sell for like maybe $2,000. I can even sell for $500. I can even sell for $100. But there will be always people just want to have a discount price. There will always be people think that this is very costly, and then they will ask for a cheaper price. Like if let's say I sell it for like $2,000, people will ask me for $1,500. If let's say I sell it for $500, people are going to discount to me at $300. Does it make sense? So the reasons that they will want to discount, I think there is 2 concepts. Firstly, is because it's a psychology issue. A lot of times, right, people just want to feel the weight. Meaning, if let's say you tell them, they were being told like the $1,000. If let's say they feel like they can bargain it or negotiate to like maybe from $1,000 to $800, they feel like a win because they, oh my God, I'm so good at bargaining, I want this. So sometimes people, no matter what kind of price you have, like you have to understand that people just negotiate maybe for the sake of negotiation. So if let's say you meet this kind of client, right, it's very important that you have to set the ground rule. You have to tell them that, hey, you know what, this is the base price I can, because I can't go any lower because I'll be making a loss. So a lot of time I will actually tell people that, and then when they actually hear about that, right, that statement say, hey, you know what, I can't really sell you like lesser than $1,000 because that's my value. If let's say I'm selling you less than $1,000, I'll be making a loss. And seriously, this is not something that I can go after. Maybe you can let me know what do you think about this. So a lot of time, people who negotiate for the sake of negotiation and then for the sake of winning feeling, right, they will actually stop from there. They will say, hey, you know what, yeah, you're right. Then they will just go ahead with the next objection. Right. So you have to understand, no one is going to be able to afford whatever you're selling, no matter how much you're selling. Right. That's the first rule. Secondly, willingness to pay versus ability to pay are 2 different things. Okay, let's say this phone, right? This phone is like, perhaps it's like $1,000. I am not willing to pay for $1,000, but I'm willing to pay for $800. But does it mean that I don't have the ability to pay for $1,000? Yeah, maybe I can actually afford it. It's just that I'm not willing to. So in a sales closing process, it is our job in order to increase the willingness of your prospect to pay for a product. Like how should you increase the willingness? First, the product actually, no matter what kind of product or service you sell, it definitely is solve a problem, right? So you have to let people know that how much time you are going to help them to save, or how much money you are going to help them to save once they invested in your course, right? So you have to increase their willingness to pay by knowing what's their desire. A lot of people out there, when they are trying to sell, right, they just sell for the sake of selling. But sometimes when we are in the deal closing process, we need to link the sale to the desire. Like let's say this, because everybody has different reasons to buy certain products. So you have to give them about 4 to 5 different reasons. It can be like economy reasons. It can be like maybe social status reasons. Like, hey, you know what, June, you want to buy this phone? Like this phone will actually increase the social status because you're transitioning from Android to Apple. Maybe people will think that way. And then secondly, maybe because after you buy this product, it's actually save you a lot of time, because the previous product, or perhaps it can be an Android phone that I bought previously, I always have glitches here and there. And then my phone I've been using for like almost 8 years without any issues. So it's actually saved my time, and it's also saved my efforts without transitioning from phone to phone. So you just need to tell people the value and then increase their willingness to buy by tapping into that desire. So if let's say you do not know your prospect desire, it is very difficult for you to increase the willingness to buy because you do not know the why. So how are you going to increase the willingness? Does it make sense? Okay, so the third one, when your prospect is not ready to know the values and benefits that you are providing, you shouldn't answer this question about how much is it, right? Okay, so meaning it can be like a face-to-face interaction. It can be also via a call. Like for example, I'm selling a software. The software can cost me like few $1,000s. But if let's say someone just jump on the call, ask me, how much is it, June? I wouldn't answer this question because I need to know what's their problem first. By knowing their problem, by knowing how my solutions can eliminate their problem and providing them the values and save their time and save a lot of their efforts, then I know the price I'm selling is cheap. It's not totally expensive. So, but then a lot of times, right? People just people just want to ask you how much is it because they want to cut the conversation short. So, if let's say you're being asked this question, so what should you do? Okay, so never ever tell the price at the very beginning without the person understand what kind of value that you're providing, what kind of bonuses that you're offering. Because if let's say you mention at the very beginning, you kill the sale. Like literally, if let's say you mention at the beginning and at the end, what's the difference? If let's say you mention at the beginning, you're killing the sales, right? If let's say you mention it in the end, at least you might get a yes. But once your prospect understand the value and benefits that you are providing, they will actually transition their thoughts to value, transition their thoughts to investment rather than a cost. But if let's say you tell them at the very beginning, especially when you're selling a high-ticket course or a high-ticket service, when you tell them the price like so high, they shut their mind. So it's like wasted your time. Does it make sense to you? So that's why, based on all this, right, I have one solution for you. So this is the tip that I always use, right? No matter what kind of product there is, it's actually applicable to in literally any scenario or no matter what kind of product they're selling. So let's say I'm selling coaching, right? Let's say the coaching is $200 or it can be like $100. So let's take $100 for easy purpose, right? So you're trying to sell this $100 as a perhaps like a 30 minutes call, 1 hour call, and then the prospect kind of feel like you can sense in the call that they say it's kind of expensive. So this is the method you should use. You should use for comparison methods. Okay, what do I mean by comparison? You can ask the prospect, okay, can I know like based on your spending patterns, $100, what can you buy? Because when people are not willing to invest in your product, it's because they think of opportunity cost. Meaning, if let's say they invest in your product, it means that the $100 they cannot invest in something else. Perhaps it can be buying clothes, buying some other courses, or buying other software, or even like buying maybe grocery. So you have to give them a comparison method. So let's say you compare $100 product with them, and then you ask them back. Maybe I don't take $100. It's a little bit difficult for me to come up with an example. So let's take it $7. Okay, what can you buy with $7? Seriously, you can buy maybe 1 or 2 Starbucks. You can also maybe buy a book. I don't think you can get an audio book, but then perhaps you can get a really cool stuff for yourself, like maybe a canvas and everything, right? Maybe it can buy you a meal. It's $7. But today, if let's say you invest the $7 to me by buying my ebook or buying my mini course, this $7 that you're investing your time is going to turn into $100 next week because you invest in yourself, because you invest in the knowledge. So if let's say this knowledge is going to give you so much of value, would it be worthwhile that you just don't drink Starbucks this week, or you just don't drink Coffee Bean this week, or you just don't eat McDonald's for like 1 week time? Does it make sense? So whenever you use the comparison methods, people will feel like, oh, yeah, you're right. It's actually relatively low, and the values that you give is actually much more than whatever I'm investing somewhere else. It can be like a meal, right? So people will lower down their guard, and then they will say yes. So if let's say, so as a summary, I'm telling you today is that if let's say anybody, your prospect is asking at the beginning of the call or at the beginning of the interaction, how much is it? Do not answer it, because you need to give yourself a chance to tell them the values and benefits before you tell them how much does it cost. All right, I always let the prospect bring up the price issue, because when they are willing to bring up the price issue, right, it means that they are very interested. They already know the value and benefit, and then they are interested to know. All right. Secondly, no one can ever afford your program no matter how much you're selling. So it's your job to increase the willingness for them to pay And then by knowing what's their desire and what's their problem and how this solution that you have can solve their problem. So lastly, use comparison methods. So use your product is say is a $7 ticket, right? You just compare with something else that is around that range, and then give them to imagine. Let's imagine if let's say you invested in my course, like you just don't drink Starbucks for this week or 2 weeks times, right? You just use the money you spend in Starbucks and then invest in my program, and then you are going to get even much more value. Does it make sense? So I hope you guys find the value in this video, and I'm always loving to talk about how to close deals faster. So this is one of the series I'm going to put inside of my program. I'm actually launching my program soon. I'm launching a book. Like it's literally, I set the date is like 18th of May, but then I'm like still rushing for it. So this book is more about how you can actually increase, how you can get leads organically without any expense. So basically it can be applicable no matter in what kind of businesses you're in, whether you're a coach, whether you're in affiliates, or whether you're a local businesses or you're an entrepreneur yourself. This ebook is literally for anybody who want to get sale and who want to get leads. So of course at the beginning you need to get leads, right? That's why I've been doing like video to teach you guys after you have the leads going on, how you can actually close these leads. So this is one of the first series that I have. I hope you guys enjoy it, and then hopefully that by the time about 18, nearing to the date of launching, I'll actually share more this with you guys. And yeah, just for information, right? My country already opened up. That's why I've been busy. I'm not so active in Facebook right now. However, if let's say you still want to get like free 15-minute strategy call with me because you think that I am able to help you, feel free to book my call in the link down below. That's the first thing. And also, I have another free 25 minutes of close deal training using storytelling strategy to close deal faster. So if let's say you have been enjoying this video, this is the next training program that you should enroll. It's totally free, and I'm going to put the link down below. So I hope you guys enjoy everything, and please join my group, Amazing Group, and I see you guys tomorrow then. Bye!